Welcome to English Storytime. Today, we follow the journey of a little fox named Felix, who lives deep in the forest, where the trees are tall, the air is fresh, and every path is filled with wonder. Felix is clever, quiet, and full of curiosity. From sunrise to starlight, his day is filled with small adventures, surprises, and lessons. Through his story, you'll learn thousands of useful English words in the most natural way possible. Ready to begin? Let's follow Felix. The first rays of morning sunlight pierce through the thick canopy of the trees. The forest hums softly with life. In a den tucked beneath the roots of an old pine tree, Felix stretches and blinks his golden eyes open. His fur is warm from sleep, and the smell of moss and earth fills his nose. He yawns, licks his front paw, and shakes off the last whispers of dreams. He steps outside quietly. The ground is damp with dew. Tiny droplets cling to grass blades, reflecting light like stars. Felix listens. He hears the faint chirping of robins, the distant rush of a creek, and the rustle of a squirrel in the trees above. He trots toward a clearing. The sun filters through the leaves, painting golden patterns on the ground. Felix sniffs the air, searching for breakfast. Today he's not in a hurry. Today he wants to explore. He walks past ferns and under low branches, alert to every movement. A butterfly lands on his nose, and he gently sneezes. The butterfly flutters upward, and Felix watches it until it disappears. He continues on. Soon he reaches a small pond. Frogs croak from the muddy edges, and dragonflies skim the water. Felix leans down to drink. The cool water refreshes him. He sees his reflection ripple, then vanish. Beside the pond grows a patch of wild strawberries. Felix sniffs one, then eats it. It's tart but sweet. He eats another. Birds chirp from nearby branches, and a woodpecker taps against a tree trunk in rhythm. Felix climbs a gentle hill, and finds a rock warmed by the sun. He lies down for a moment, listening to the sounds of the waking forest. Ants crawl over his paw, but he doesn't move. The wind carries the scent of pine and something else, smoke. He stands and sniffs again. Far away, a campfire. Humans. Felix knows to keep his distance, but curiosity tugs at his thoughts. He decides to watch from a safe place. He circles through the trees until he reaches a ridge that overlooks a meadow. In the middle there's a tent, a small fire, and a family. A child is laughing. Felix lies flat, invisible among the bushes. He watches as the child picks flowers and waves them around. A dog barks and Felix twitches. Time to move on. He heads deeper into the forest. As he walks, he encounters mushrooms growing in a ring. He sniffs one cautiously, then walks around them. He's been taught that not all mushrooms are safe. Further in, he finds a log covered in moss. He jumps on top and looks around. A fox's territory is wide, and Felix is learning every part of it. He spots a rabbit hole nearby, but doesn't chase. Today isn't for hunting. He travels through the woods, discovering more each minute. A patch of bluebells. A hollow tree filled with buzzing bees. A fallen branch where two lizards bask in the sun. Felix watches it all, quietly memorizing the world. Around midday he finds a quiet grove. The light falls in soft beams through the leaves. Felix lies in a bed of dry grass. He closes his eyes, resting but not sleeping. His ears turn toward every sound, rustling leaves, buzzing insects, distant bird calls. A gentle breeze stirs his fur. He dreams of snow, though it's warm, of running through white fields. He dreams of stars. After some time he rises. The air smells of damp wood and moss. He stretches, yawns again, and continues. He finds a stream and follows it. The sound of water over stones is calming. He steps carefully from rock to rock, crossing the stream. On the other side, he finds claw marks on a tree, bare territory. He sniffs but smells nothing fresh. The bear has moved on. Felix keeps walking. He meets a hedgehog waddling slowly through the underbrush. They both pause. The hedgehog sniffs, then rolls into a ball. Felix tilts his head, then walks past. He means no harm. In the late afternoon, he finds a field blooming with yellow flowers. Bees buzz lazily. Felix rolls on the soft grass, belly up, eyes closed. The sun warms his fur. He naps lightly, then wakes and explores the edges of the field. He sees a fox trail, tracks and tufts of fur. Maybe a cousin? He follows it for a while but loses it near a group of boulders. He climbs one and sees the sky turning orange. The day is slowly ending. As twilight approaches, Felix returns to the ridge where he saw the humans. The fire is out. The tent is gone. Only footprints remain. The forest grows darker. Crickets begin to sing. Fireflies blink among the leaves. Felix walks quietly through the trees. He stops at a familiar stump and scratches it, a mark of his territory. He reaches his den just as stars appear. The moon rises, casting pale light over the forest. Felix curls up in the soft earth, his nose tucked beneath his tail. He breathes slowly. He listens one last time, to the owls, to the leaves, to the heartbeat of the forest. Then he sleeps. Let's review some vocabulary from Felix's story. Canopy, the top layer of trees in the forest. Den, a fox's home, often underground. Moss, soft green plant that grows on trees and rocks. Paw, a fox's foot. Sniff, to smell carefully. Rustle, a soft sound made by movement in leaves. Meadow, an open grassy area in the forest. Tent, a temporary shelter used by campers. Bush, a small thick plant. Mushroom, a fungus that grows in damp places. Hollow, an empty space inside a tree. Buzz, the sound made by bees or insects. Grove, a small group of trees. Stream, a small flowing body of water. Claw, a sharp nail on an animal's foot. Territory, an area an animal considers its own. Underbrush, plants growing close to the ground. Sniff, to smell with the nose. Firefly, a glowing insect seen at night. Stump, the base of a cut-down tree. And now a short quiz. Where does Felix live? In a den under a pine tree. What does Felix eat at the pond? Wild strawberries. Who does Felix see in the meadow? A family camping. What animal does Felix meet in the underbrush? A hedgehog. Where does Felix go at the end of the day? Back to his den. Thank you for following Felix today. His forest journey is filled with wonder and calm, and we hope you enjoyed learning English through his quiet adventures. We'll see you again soon.